All right, so I'm going to show you a method of solving system of equations by graphing. So the things to remember about graphing, especially like a linear equation. So we want to get this one equation of y equals mx plus b. So that is highlighted here. Of course, you can't see it now. So that's the go-to equation that we want to have, and so we need to know what slope is and we need to know what b is. So remember, slope is your m, and it is your rise over run. So slope is also thought of as rise over run. It's going to be in a fractionalized format, and it's going to be up however many and to the right however many if they're both positive. So an example of a slope could be a whole number of 3, or it could be 3 halves. And for 3, it could be going up 3, and then it's not to the right 0 because 3 is a whole number in a fractionalized form is 3 over 1, and so it would be up 3 to the right 1. And then if I do the other one here, it'd be up 3 to the right 2. If something is negative, so if I have like a negative 2, 1, it would be up. It would be not up because it's a negative, so you look here. And so that means you're going to go down 2, but then you're still going to go to the right 1. So for this part, only one of them is negative. Because if they're both negative, if you have a negative on top and on the bottom, they would actually both turn to positive because 2 negatives make a positive. To this other one, B right here is, where the line crosses the y-intercept. And obviously, I misspelled where, so I'm going to fix that really quickly. Probably can't. Anyway. Well, apparently that's not going to work. But anyway, where is misspelled, but that's okay. Where the line crosses the y-intercept. So let's take a look at some examples here. So here's my equation, and I just took these based off of IXL. So y equals 3x minus 2. So the first thing that I need to look at is my equation in the format that I need it to be in, which is, y equals mx plus b, or my slope-intercept form. So I look, yes, currently it is, both equations are in y equals mx plus b. So now what I like to do is I like to just start at my b component. So right here is the b. So it's a negative 2. And, if I go back, so y-intercept is the one that goes straight up and down. So it says that for this first, equation that we are adding negative 2. So I know it looks like it says minus 2, but it's actually a negative 2 in this case. So the negative 2 is where I'm going to first put my first dot. So I'm going to put a little dot right here, okay? And so that is where we're going to start. So that's wherever I start my line. And then it's the next part of it is, I need to identify my slope. So it's right next to the x. So 3 is going to be my slope in this case. So 3 as a whole number means that my rise over run is 3 over 1. So it's going to go up 3 to the right 1 because 3x tells me that that's my slope. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to go up 3, 1, 2, 3, to the right 1, 1. And then I can connect my line there. Then I'm going to go up 3, 1, 2, 3, to the right 1. Connect my dot. So if you're doing this, and it keeps going on forever, and it's going to keep following that, slope. So up 3, 1, 2, 3, to the right 1. Then connect. Up 3, 1, 2, 3, to the right 1. And then it's going to connect. Okay? So then I can also identify where that other one is. So the other one is a negative 7 is where my starting point is. So I'm going to switch to red because I'm going to identify them in 2 different colors. So I'm going to start there. So it starts at negative 7. And then it says that my slope is negative 2x. So negative 2x. So that means it's going down 2 and then over 1. Oh, got that part in there. So down 2 to the right 1. So down and then to the right. So from here, I'm going to go down 2, 1, 2 to the right 1. So if I zoom, I go 1, 2 to the right 1, 1, 2 to 11 to that one. So those connect and that connects. But if you look right now, my lines aren't intersecting. And so what I am going to have to do is realize, hey, my line's going to be going on forever this way, but also the other way. So instead of down 2 to the right 1, it's going to be the opposites. So it's going to go up 2, 1, 2 to the left 1. Boom. And those connect. And then up 2, 1, 2 to the left 1. And then those connect. And then it says, oh, that one still isn't working out. On my blue line, which is up 3 to the right 1, needs to also keep going. So I'm going to do the opposites of up and to the right. So instead of up 3, it's down 3. 1, 2, 3, and to the left 1. 1, 2, 3 to the left 1. So now I have where my lines intersect. So I'm going to keep going all the way until they intersect. So in this case, it does. And then it says the solution is this, all the way down at the bottom. So the solution is what the ordered pair is of that dot. So in this case, remember, ordered pairs, they're red, x and y. So my x is -1 because it starts here. It starts to the left, and then it goes down 5. So both of them are negative because I'm in quadrant 4. So both of them are negative. So to the left would be -1 and then -5. So then my answer is the graph and the ordered pair. Those two equations should be. Let's take a look at another one. So in this case, the first thing that I need to do is I need to say, hey, are these equations in y equals mx plus b format? And if you take a look, this one right here is my top one. It's not. We have x equals 3y equals 9. So what we have to do there is take that equation and just move it around to get it to y equals mx plus b. So I'm going to put this down here, x plus 3y equals 9. And so I need to keep my y here because that's where it is. This is my b, and this is my slope. My x is my slope. So my y is going to stay because, I have y equals mx plus b. So my b is on the right side, my y is on the left side, but my y has a coefficient of 3. So if your y ever has a coefficient that is not 1, you need to get it to 1 somehow. But we'll focus on that later. So the first thing I'm going to do is get rid of my x and put it to the other side. So if I do something, we just got done doing this with, solving for equations. So if you subtract something from one side, you subtract it from the other, and you're currently left with 3y equals 9 minus x. So in this case, we still want it y equals mx plus b. These two on the right-hand side of my equation, I can just flip them, okay? So I can do a -x plus 9, and then 3y equals that. So that gets me pretty close to my equation of y equals mx plus b. However, this coefficient of 3, that needs to be changed. So I need to get that down to 1. So I would do like I would normally do if I'm solving for an equation, or for a variable in this case. So I'm going to divide by 3, and that just gives me y. And then I also need to divide both numbers over here by 3. Okay, so now y equals -1/3 x plus 3. So now this right here, this is my new, that didn't work. Okay, that is my new equation. So y equals 1/3 x plus 3, and I know that got fuzzy right there because for some reason it's just not going to move. But anyway, I can take that, I can scroll all the way back up to the top, and I can, keep going on my equation. So from that, my new one is y equals 1/3 x plus 9. Okay, and so it was a -1/3 x as well. Okay, and so now I can, go back to here and I can graph this. I'm going to get rid of all these other things here. and we'll go from there. If I could figure out how to erase faster, that would be helpful, but I can't. All right, so now we're looking at it like this, okay? So then I just graph my two equations again. So now instead of, y equals negative 1/3 x plus 9, so now I need to graph it, I need to find my 9. So I start here at the b, because the b is, 9. So I start at the 9, and now I go down 1 to the right 3. So down 1 to the right 3, 1, 2, 3. Then boom, down 1 to the right 3, 1, 2, 3. Down 1 to the right 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay? And then I continue with my line. Okay, I'm going to go one more. Down 1 to the right 3. Boom. Okay? And so now, not eraser. So now, the other one that I had, was y equals 5. So whenever I have that, this is what I always do. I always do what's called a t-chart. And so y equals 5, that means 5 is always in the y. So all this is 3 ordered pairs. And then what I do is I put 0, 1, and 2, and I make my own ordered pairs. So now I can just copy down these 3 ordered pairs and kind of figure out where that goes, right? So x equals 0. So I'm not going to the right or left at all, but then I go up 5. Boom. And then to the right is 1, up 5. Then the next one would be 2, 5. So I keep going, and my line is automatically going to keep going right through there. Okay? And so wherever my line intersects, which would have been, this one is at the 10, so that would be a positive 13. So it would be at 13, comma 5 for where it intersects. A lot and helpful for you. All right, let me know if you have any questions with that. All right, thank you. Okay. This last one, I'm not going to give you because I feel like I've given you